What's up, everyone? I am Danbot, and welcome back to Flight Sim and Favorite Places to Fly. Summer is getting ready to start, and I thought to celebrate, we would take a little trip down to the Caribbean. We are going to be heading to the third largest island in the Caribbean Sea and West Indies. That would be Jamaica. There is a lot of history here, from the Spanish to the British to their international significance in culture and sports. So let's go ahead and get flying and check out Jamaica. All right, here we are rolling. This is Manly International Airport. So we are a small plane on a large runway, which I always kind of like in a Cessna. And go ahead and get lifted off here and turn back around. Now you'll notice the island off to our left. The airport is built right down by the coast, as you would imagine. And yes, International Airport Jamaica is a island that is pretty heavily dependent on tourism, about 4.3 million visitors a year. You pass over, you see we have a pretty substantial terminal down here. Now there are many names on the island that you'll be familiar with, places like Montego Bay. Let's talk a little bit about the actual island itself. Now, it is a constitutional monarchy. That's right. King Charles of England is technically the King of Jamaica. However, practically it is ruled by the Governor of Jamaica, who's appointed by Parliament and the Prime Minister. So, yes, it's a Commonwealth, but like many others, such as Canada, it functions largely independently. Now, this is, as I said, the third largest island after Cuba and Hispaniola. Fourth most populous in the Caribbean. As we pass over here. And I mentioned the country has kind of an outsized influence. It is the birthplace of the Rastafari religion and of reggae music, and yes, the other things that brought us, dub, ska, dancehall. Has an outsized presence in sports as well. Cricket, running, sprinting. As you can see, it is a very pretty island, but it is also pretty heavily populated. We are flying over quite a large city right now. You're looking at a 2020 or 2024 census estimate of about 2.8 million people. So, considering the size of the island, that is a pretty good population. Now, this is one of the places that Christopher Columbus arrived in 1494, bringing it under Spanish rule and bringing about a terrible time for the indigenous people. Later fell under British rule. It was named Santiago up until 1655, when England did take it over. Then it became Jamaica. Sugar exporting was the name of the game back then, and they finally gained their independence, quote-unquote, in 1962. And there's currently a movement underway to take them to being a presidential democracy instead of recognizing the king. And that's something that's happening with a lot of former British ex-slaves. But that's kind of the bare bones history. As we head towards the mountains here. If you're a coffee drinker, on a side note, you will have heard of Blue Mountain Coffee, which derives its name from the largest peak on the island. Now, it wouldn't really be a favorite place to fly if we didn't talk a little bit about the climate and the flora and fauna. So, as you might expect, tropical, hot and humid. Lies right in tropical cyclone, or as we call it, hurricane area. So yeah, it gets hit with significant storm damage. Just in the 2000s, hurricanes Ivan, Dean, and Gustav smacked Jamaica. So if you don't like hurricanes, maybe not the greatest place to live. As you see, as we head inland here, heading on up into the mountains. If you're an orchid lover, Jamaica is the place to be. ATC needs to leave me alone. 200 species of orchids, about 3,000 native flowering plants. Several indigenous snakes if you don't like those, so maybe not the best thing for you. And if you're a foodie, well, you know about Jamaican jerk spice, curries, rice and peas. It's also where Red Stripe beer comes from. So quite the diverse, quite the interesting island. And also absolutely beautiful to fly over. Now, let's take a look at the EFB real quick. Zoom on out. Let's see Cuba. Just up here to the north. It's not a real big hop over to the island. Alternatively, you can head east here. And down south, it is a pretty good trip down to the Central American Isthmus. I would not recommend trying to pull it off in a Cessna, but if you're in a jet or something, yeah. Not too unrealistic, but I think that's a pretty good look at Jamaica for the day, guys. So if you enjoyed the video and you want more, like and subscribe to make sure you get notified. If you have a place you want me to check out, leave it in the comments below. And if you're here to the end, watch time is key on YouTube. So thanks for helping me feed the algorithm. I'm Diebot. I'll see you guys next time.